Okay, we gotta check timing. And I read on the old interwebs that you could do it on the Holley Sniper touchscreen thing. You have to find the crashing timing feature. Whatever in the world that means. Spark. Ignition timing at idle 15 degrees. So this engine said, I think it said 12 to 14, so I'm just going to put it at 14. I don't know where all of the things are on here. Static timing. Well, it sounds like most of this we already did when we did the distributor, so I'm just not even going to do any additional stuff. Okay. Initial startup screen. I have to learn how to get to all these fucking screens. Okay, in the initial startup screen, crank the engine and look at the RPM parameter. It should change to syncing. Engine RPM says stall. Okay, babe, do you wanna turn the key, or don't turn it off, try and crank it. That's really low volts. I wonder if that's why it doesn't want to start, because it goes down to like 10 volts. We're losing our 12 volt, I think, when we crank it. So maybe this 12 volt that I wired this to for remote power drops out. Alright, try and crank it, babe, just for a second. Yeah, see, that drops down to like 9 volts. Is the ignition still on?
Yeah.
Try and crank it. Try and crank it. Crank it. All of these are dropping down to too low a voltage, because that's killing that power to that system. Okay, turn it off. Not right. Crank it again. Randy noticed when we were cranking it that we didn't have oil pressure, so we're gonna try and figure that out. Okay, babe, go ahead. Looks like the distributor's coming back out of there. There ain't nothing.
Yeah, the stage didn't move it.
There ain't nothing. Alright, babe. Keep an eye on the oil pressure gauge. There we go. Now it is? There we got oil pressure. What does it say? Okay. Good call, babe. We had an air pocket in there. Did you hear it when it started gurgling? It was like...
You're welcome.
Good call, babe. Now can you just fix all the other reasons why it won't start too?
No, I don't want this.
That actually wasn't even a reason it wouldn't start. That was just going to become a reason why it wasn't going to continue to run, if anything. Is that where that was pointing to?
What? Yeah.
Yep. Okay, try and crank it, babe. It's not even trying, so I wonder if it doesn't have ignition.
What is this vacuum gauge for?
That's for when you're cleaning the carpets. Okay, go ahead and try it again. Hold on. So it is trying because this is sparking.
Got gas in it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's got fuel in it.
The water temperature gauge isn't moving now.
Well, it's
probably
not.
won't, 'cause
It's
it-
only like
yeah.
ambient
Oh, 'cause it's
temperature. Well, the timing thing is the thing that I'm still confused about because there's like 19 different settings in there. And I ran the power so that we're like I didn't want any questions, so it's run straight back to the battery, which is what it wants. So it says there's an LED on the side of it, which there is an LED. If there is an ignition problem, the LED will be solid red. If the engine is off, the LED will be orange. If the engine is on, it will be green. I can't tell what color that is. Do you see that LED in there, Mike?
in here,
It's under, yeah, there. There's an LED, but I can't tell what color it is.
I can't even see it flashing or nothing. I don't see no color.
It looks like orange to me or something.
Well, now I see it. Yeah, it does look orange. Yeah.
So it says if engine is off, it will be orange. So if there's an ignition problem, it'll be. So can you keep looking at that, Mike? We'll have her crank it and then let me know if it changes.
Okay.
All right, baby, ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Pretty much now.
It just turns off.
Pretty much, yes. Now it's back to orange. Excuse me. Crank it for just a little bit and it goes off.
Does it do anything if it turns the key off?
Well, it won't because I have it wired. Because if we do this, it should
I thought you said it.
turn off, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the ignition key now, this is the ignition. You're just controlling the starter. You're not controlling
Oh.
the fuel injection because I have that bypass.
Okay, it's back on the orange.
Yeah, and it says if it's off and there's no engine RPM, it'll be orange. If the engine is on and there is RPM, it'll be green. And if there's a problem, the LED will turn red.
Well, that fucker looks orange to me. Damn sure don't look red.
And we know that we're getting spark because if we weren't, if I disconnect this, we shouldn't be getting spark to these.
Shouldn't, no.
And we know that we're getting spark because, try it again, babe. Yeah, we're getting this. We're just not getting, it's not trying to fire. Okay, so we have spark. Does the engine start? Well, no.
No, that's why I'm going through this shit.
See, it says, I wonder if that, because that distributor is what dictates how I set up the ignition control. And I set up the ignition control based off of what I thought.
Huh.
It just says it's a EFI Hyperspark. Yeah, Hyperspark right there. I'm trying to mark that crank so that I can actually read.
Mm-hmm.
Because what if we're like 180 out?
Yeah. Well, that would do it, wouldn't it?
All right, babe. Try and, yeah, crank it again. see the marks at all on there. So if I just point the rotor that way.
Try it.
And it already doesn't start, so we're not going to make it any worse.
Nope.
The problem is now the oil pump hex is not lining up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you hook that coil back up?
Yep.
See, there's nothing. I can't see anything. I'm gonna completely tear this all the way out. Cylinder number 1 for Cleveland, I think, is that one. Double check. Yeah, it says it's the passenger one. Is number 1. But then on this, does this say which one is number 1, maybe? Because which one is going to 1? So this wire goes where? That's right here, it looks like.
It's the outside on this loom, and it's going right to this one. Right here, buddy. See me?
Yeah, that's this one right here. It doesn't say that's number 1 on here, but... Okay, we reset that, rewired all the spark plugs. So Dad's really nice wiring job that he did. We made it look a little uglier, but we made it so it's right now, so bless our hearts. Go ahead. Mike, just for the sake of trying, let's just try some ether in it.
I wouldn't do too much.
Just to see what happens.
Yeah?
Keep your faces back.
Yeah, because maybe that pump ain't getting enough up there.
Okay.
Try it.
Like we don't have spark then. If we've got fuel, all we need is fuel and spark.
Yeah, somebody should start and run. Get your hold there a little right.
Crank it.
Yeah. I still don't see the mark. All right, try again, babe. We're getting spark, but we're not getting spark at the right time or something. All right, it's down there. It's down at the bottom, down there.
So it's clear down on the bottom.
But it's not 100. That's not 180 off. So then that means if I loosen this, I should be able to rotate this around.
You would
right?
think, yeah.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it's 180 degrees out.
Still.
So we have, when we set it up like that.
Well, that should be right the way we got it.
Because it's clearly over here. I could see it when we're doing like that. Because it says to point that at cylinder number 1 with the body.
The way we got it.
We identified the distributor body was rotated 180 degrees in the wrong way. And how we identified that was this tool in Holley's website. So now we're starting over. Me again, babe. All right, timing's finally correct. We're at 15 degrees, which I think is what I have it set to.
What was that?
So I wonder if we don't have, because if it doesn't have the right fuel pressure, then it'll be mad.
Well, you were saying a while ago, timing mark should, I think you said timing mark should be like 35 or something.
Oh,
What
it
was
was
that?
showing for total time.
Okay.
But right now it's reading 15. So should we try and crank it and give it a little bit of ether and see what it does?
Yeah, try it.
Yep.
Whoa! Fire in the hole. I think she's gonna try now.
Current update on the Cobra. You crank, it doesn't start. But if you spray ether down the yap, it kind of sputters a little bit. So what I think is it doesn't have enough fuel. So I bought this. This is an inline fuel pressure gauge. We need to install that and then crank and see what we're getting for fuel pressure. Here's something interesting. I just took this, should be the send fuel line off, and there's no fuel coming out of there. Nothing at all. So I'm going to take the return off, and maybe I'm an idiot and I got the two of those mixed up. Well, I didn't get them mixed up, I don't think. I just don't think we have fuel supply. So this is probably good. Well, when we turn the key on, the pump comes on. But there's no fuel pressure up at the throttle body. And we're underneath this, and I put 10 gallons in here. And look we disconnected the filter and nothing's even coming out of there. So where is our blockage? We don't have much of a length here for there to be a problem, but there certainly is a problem. And we did verify that the pump is in the right direction. Both of these filters are in the right direction.
Next one would be here on the other side of the pump.
I can just take and do one of these clamps, I suppose. So annoying. We found fuel. So it's not there, clearly. But we took this off, and it's there. And then we took that off, and it's there. So we're going to take something off over here and see where is it not at. There ain't nothing coming out of this freaking thing. So it's something goofy is going on with that pump. Okay, we're trying to jump around the hot straight to the pump. So the pump is running, but there is nothing coming out of it. Okay, we just discovered something. See that little tiny plus that's right there? Maybe you can't see it. It's like right, see it? Well, I had the negative wired up to that side. So we're gonna try and wire it the right way. Okay, so we have the wiring on the pump hooked up correctly now.
And why does he give me the end that sparks?
That sounds like it's got pressure. Oh, Jesus.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, well, don't be dumb, kids. Stay in school.
Oh, you're just looking for... I'm looking for something.
No, remember it doesn't work over there because our voltage is too low. And then this just goes here. And then we're going to look for fuel pressure.
You should get it quick.
Holy crap! There's 50 pounds.
Do it again.
So, you know what we should do is we should do that, and then we should look for leaks before we even try and start it.
Well, I can hear it coming out of here. Oh, and it just...
58 pounds.
It's burping air out of there.
Okay, try it again. £58.
Yep, and that little pop is the injector. That's its startup shock.
All right, so do we have any fuel leaks under here? Doesn't look like it. I mean, we already have a puddle of fuel under there, but it doesn't look like anything's dripping.
Anything weird?
Okay.
So now it's just back to the distributor. Do you think you have that right, or do you just want to try it and see what the hell happens?
I think we just try and crank it and see what happens. So I'll let you get in there and try and start it. Just make sure it's on gear, because that would be not the goodest thing. I'm going to get on the other side this way. If it does start, then we can try and check timing.
He's thinking it's going
Well, it's got fuel pressure now. Yeah, so just make sure it's not in gear or hold the clutch in or get ready to nail the brakes or something. Okay, very first start.
Okay, clutch is down.
Oh, hold on. We don't need this falling on the exhaust. I think everything else should be good.
Clutch is down and it appears to be out of gear.
Okay. See what happens. All right, as I'm sitting here editing video, I just want to remind you, sometimes follow the instructions because it makes it a little easier. So we did, find some mistakes with my wiring. I know, it's hard to believe. Sometimes the positive goes with the positive, and sometimes the negative goes with the negative, not the other way around. So that's why the fuel pump didn't work. And timing. So apparently on the Holley Sniper EFI ignition, the distributor body is just as important on orientation as where the rotor's pointed. Yeah, so that was our entire 180 degrees off on our ignition, was because at first we had the body rotated 180 from where it needed to be, and the rotor rotated 180 from where it needed to be. So it was just all jacked up. But that's all you're going to see right now. I know you wanted to see it crank and fire and all that stuff, but that's for the next video. See you later.